Hello everybody! I'm still rolling on the beach, so here is the second part of summer content for you. I decided to show you my approach to styrene figure building. We are talking about those nice dragon figures that I put on my last project. The painting video is online already. Let's go to work. I always start by putting all the parts of one figure in a specific container. Get a pair of decent sprue cutters and try to cut as close to the part as possible. First, I get rid of the remaining parts of the sprue. I'm using a chirurgical blade because it's much more sharp than the ordinary hobby blade. Just cut away the protruding plastic and be careful not to damage the part. Then I move to the seam lines. There are always two of them and they run all around the part. Usually I scrape them away with the back of the blade. Time to finish the cleaning job. For the first time I tried out those sanding brushes from Green Stuff World. At first you think that you are doing nothing, but be patient and you will see that they do a really nice job. There are different grades. Special care went into cleaning heads and hands. Those are the first things that a viewer will look at, so take your time and do a good job. I like to use Revel Contacta for gluing my figures. It gives you time to move the parts and in the end it makes a rock solid bond. First, some dry fitting to see if everything's okay. Then apply some dots of glue to one part and wait about 20 seconds. Press the two parts against each other firmly and hold them for another 10 to 15 seconds. After each step, control the alignment of the parts and make corrections if needed. The legs were looking good, so I quickly moved to the torso. A little fine sanding to prepare the surface helps a lot. Now we have three parts to control and align. If he is standing without help, oops, then you're probably on the right way. Time for the hands. The procedure is the same. This glue allows you plenty of time to adjust the position and find the best fit. But be careful, it dries slowly. You should always let the figures dry overnight to get a rock solid bond. If the figures are communicating, you should build them and check the position simultaneously. As you can see, all the parts are holding together without problems, but you can still move every single one of them easily. I didn't like Gennaro's head, so I decided to replace it with a resin one. This is the easiest way to give your figures a better look and, let's say, a specific mood. First, I marked the center of the neck with a hobby blade. Then, I drilled a 1 mm hole about 5 mm deep. A rotary tool speeds things up, but you can always go the old way. At first, I tried to enlarge the hole with a 3 mm drill bit by hand, but then again I switched to the rotary tool. Now, take a scalpel and carefully cut out the remaining plastic. The shirt or the jacket is your guideline. Always control what you are doing with the resin head. As you see, now the head sits in the hole perfectly. And the overall look is just fine. This epoxy clay from Aves was given to me by Gianpaolo from Scientific Models. We will give it a try. A toothpick and some silicone brushes will be our tools, and water will be the medium for handling. It is a very fine two-part epoxy clay for modeling. You take two equal parts and you mix them together properly. I usually do two worms and twist them together. Wet your fingers if it is sticking to them. The best part about this clay is that you can control the density by adding water, so you can make the perfect mix that suits the task. The procedure is simple. Just take a small portion with the toothpick and squeeze it into the hole. When you are happy, start to smooth things up with the silicone brush. The tools should be a little wet to avoid sticking. If wetting with water is too much, put them in your mouth and give them a lick. Saliva does miracles, but this is probably not good for your health. But I know that almost every modeler does that, so I started by removing Gennaro's pocket so the bag could sit in place better. Don't be afraid to remove some parts of the uniform if big soft things are sitting on them. A dot of medium CA was applied to fix the bag in place. You should put the glue on the spot where the two parts are actually touching. I always reinforce the bond with a drop of extra thin CA. This glue is like water and will flow all around the part. Take away any excess immediately with a cotton swab. And here we have them. I mounted the heads by themselves for easy painting. I talked about my paint holding system in my previous video about building figures. I think it's a nice DIY system and you should check it out. The link will appear or has appeared already. In the next episode you will probably see a photo report from World Model Expo 2022 in Eindhoven. In the meantime, I will kindly ask you to subscribe, to hit that bell icon, to like or dislike, and to comment and tell me your thoughts and questions. Please share the channel with your friends and help me grow it. Bye.